finden wir jetzt die Tiernachher Verdachtas. Auch wenn ich wieder mal den Weg nicht kenne. Nicht den übernatürlichen Weg, sondern den normalen Weg. Okay. Noch 3 Ortschaften. Hallo Tiere. Den Wald immer davon. Ich habe so Hunger wie was weiß ich. Oh, das ist ein großer Baum.
Not welcome here tonight, sir.
I regret troubling your rest. My name is Desardet. I'm a legate of the Congregation of Merchants.
Nev, daughter of Morrigan, daughter of Cardwin. What is a legate? And what could she want from me?
I am an emissary, a representative of my nation. I have come to speak to you about a cure.
Of what cure do you speak? You do not show signs of sickness.
I am not. But on our continent, many people are dying from a terrible plague. We have named the sickness the Malachor, and none of our doctors have been able to heal anyone taken ill. We have heard talk from some of your people of a cure that is so powerful that it can heal almost anything. You would be...
My daughter, it is clear that this woman has no intention of helping us. As for this miraculous remedy, allow me to cast doubt on its very existence. The only true miracles come from the enlightened.
You come here all the way into my haven to deafen me with your teachings of holy miracles.
I apologize. That is not the purpose of our visit. The cure, on the other hand...
Tierna hach kedachtas. I ask you to forgive these foreigners. They do not know our customs, but their intentions are peaceful. They seek a remedy to heal their people with conviction.
And what is the Donegad of our people doing with these invaders? What do you seek in their company?
Understanding, Tierna, and to learn for the good of our people.
You truly think there is anything the Renaigse could teach of any value? They come here to rape our lands, as did those who came before them long ago.
This miraculous cure that we heard talk of... Could you share the formula with us?
You are either completely crazed or foul liars. None of this makes sense.
But I...
Enough! I have lost enough time with your lies and your foolish thoughts. I do not know what you truly want from me, but I will not be used like some puppet. Maybe enlightened folks
bräuchten noch einen Fähigkeitspunkt. Das ist ziemlich mächtig, dass Feinde dadurch vergiftet werden. Noch dazu. Gut zur Türpfad. Ach, schon da, okay. Das ist dann das Freizeichen dort. So, jetzt habe ich wieder 82 Munde.
These roots are so interwoven and taut that it's impossible to get through them. There is a residue. It looks as if something had been placed here. She passed through here, there's no doubt of it. But how was she able to get past these roots? This stone stele has something to do with the entry of the grotto. But how? Do you have any ideas?
These roots protect a sacred passage that the Donegada wants not just anyone to take. You are correct to believe the stele is bound to the entrance. You need to make an offering. In general, you place a seed of a particular plant chosen by the Donega that sealed the grotto.
How to know which seed to place? And where would we find one?
The easiest way is to ask someone who has already passed through the passage. There is a good chance that the Voglendike has already taken it with his mistress and could help us.
Thank you, Siora. Your wisdom has been a great help to us.
Ach, wie nett, ich werde zurück teleportiert.
Were you able to meet the Tierna Hak-Kadaktas?
Yes, but to my grave disappointment, she fled before I could expose my arguments.
Yes, many strangers have tried to capture her many times. She must have decided you were one of them.
I am once again in need of your assistance. I must take the passage blocked by a door of roots.
You had the honor of speaking with my mistress. If she chose to follow the sacred passage, then it is that she had nothing more to say to you. Why would I share with you the understanding of the ritual that protects her?
I promise that I mean her no harm. I just need to expose as best I can the problem at hand. Her help is truly necessary. Thousands of lives are at stake.
Tell me more.
My people have fallen prey to a serious illness, which has almost certainly taken my own mother by now. If we do not quickly find a remedy, we shall all follow her to the grave. But the Tiana Hakadactus can help us. We are sure of that. She will know of a remedy able to heal this sickness that plagues us.
Your quest seems noble and with great respect for the life of all. You must feed the offering ward to enter into the passage and meet her once again.
I need to place a seed on the stone stele, don't I?
Yes, you must make this offering. I cannot tell you from which plant it is given, but there is a chance there are more in her dwelling. I will let you enter this one time, but treat her dwelling with respect, I ask you.
Thank you for your help.
Do not be so eager to thank me. The place you enter is ripe with dangers. As do all sacred places, it defends itself with the wild beasts that it fosters. This passage leads to a forest where the ancestors of the Tierna Hakadactas makes her home.
And why should I fear the ancestor?
Have stories of the Nadaig been shared with you? In your language, you would call them guardians.
Yes, I even encountered one. She was magnificent.
Then you know of what I speak.
Okay, dann weiß ich, dass mich schon mal ein Bosskampf da drin erwartet.
I must leave.
Gut. Ich lasse mir 26.
This looks like a collection of skulls from various animals. I wonder what purpose they serve.
These skulls symbolize the animals. Through some rituals, we greet them. We thank them for feeding and dressing us, so that the next hunting season, they will once again give us the weak amongst their herds.
All of this is extremely interesting, but alas, it won't help me open the root passage. This bark is covered with little symbols. It looks like some sort of writing, though I've been led to believe the natives have no written language.
The Donegada use these symbols amongst themselves, and only they understand their meaning. It is a secret and sacred language. I cannot reveal to you what the bark contains without breaking my bond.
Can you at least tell me if they speak of a passage? A seed?
No. I would have told you.
All of this is extremely interesting, but alas, it won't help me open the root passage. All these crushed plants and these powders. She must have been preparing a potion. It might be the miraculous remedy. To be so close and yet to have no idea what to do with all this. All of this is extremely interesting, but alas, it won't help me open the root. This plant looks familiar. I saw some not far from here. Unfortunately, it has lost its seeds. I don't see any seeds here. The only clue we have is this plant. Let's try to find some other flowers. It might be their seed that opens the passage.
Dann gehen wir wieder in den Wald rein. Wahrscheinlich werden die Pflanzen ja bewacht hier. Mit den Wächtern.
All these flowers. Perhaps this is where the Tierna Hakadactus finds the seeds that we're looking for. These flowers are similar to those we found in the dwelling of the Tierna Hak, and they bear seeds.
Those are the offering seeds we need to open the root passage. We should go try them.
This island source, if only its usage did not entail all of these superstitious venerations of nature spirits.
We have what we need. Let's go back to the stone stele.
Okay, dann werden wir jetzt mal wieder da nach oben latschen, aber ich mache mir jetzt einfach. Ich muss einfach hier die Schnellreise. Verträgers mit dem. Lager am Wurzeltor. So, wir wissen, dass das Lager bewacht wird von einem Nadaik. Deswegen müssen wir aufpassen. Ich frage mich eigentlich, was die Nebenquests hier Fußstapfen von Prassalsera für die ja, ich habe keine Ahnung, wo diese. Das ist schon echt schwierig, die Dinger zu finden. Erkundung und Kartografie, das ist jetzt nicht so schwer tatsächlich. Das ist ja etwas, was ich sehr, sehr, sehr gerne mag. Die Nadai.
And there. Wurzelpassage. Es gibt sogar einen Ladebildschirm dafür. Das heißt, es ist groß da drin. Oh ja. Okay, man merkt, ich muss weit gehen. Das ist nämlich eine Höhle.
This place must be some type of shrine dedicated to the demonic creatures of this island. If the Ordo Luminis could see this.
Be respectful. We are in a sacred passage, which is for initiation and meditation.
We did not come to defile this place, and we do well to hurry. The Tiana Hakadactus is quite the head start.
Okay, ich merke schon, die Tiere sind wesentlich stärker. Ich werde jetzt wahrscheinlich. Ich werde das hier weiter leveln. Mal 5 Fähigkeiten. Okay. Es gibt immer noch diese Schreine. Hey, wenn ich das jetzt hinbekommen, dass ich wieder zum Anfang laufe. Das ist jetzt so ruhig. Hoppla. Das hinbekommen jetzt. They got.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
there's a chasm here. The Tierna Hachkadachtas is agile. She must have jumped over it.
I'm sure we can jump over it too.
Maybe unlikely protesting in this battle.
I hope that she did not hide in this forest. Finding her here would be quite troublesome.
It is an ancient and holy forest. A powerful place. There must be a Nadag here. We should be careful.
Nein. Wächter des Waldes.
Helsin! Knock them dead!
Holy moly, Alter, jetzt das kann ich auf einmal deinen Kampf, Alter.
didn't want this fight!
Nein.
Why? Why?
In order to capture and extract from her what we need. To examine her. Dissect her, if necessary. You have done us a great service, guiding us directly to her.
Are you saying that...
Even if the creature has concocted some remedial potion, it is not the song we came for, but the bird. She leads the sorcerers of this island. She knows how they transform, and from where their powers originate. Our scientists think that the remedy is there, in their pseudo-magic, and in their mutation. Thank you for bringing her to us, and ridding us of the monster.
Do you think I'm going to allow you to manipulate me?
I don't think anything. Apologies, Excellency. But you are going to die tragically from a stray bullet intended for the
Ich hab das
monster.
Biest gerade mit meinen Freunden, die denken, du hast mich
Protect me in this battle! Mercy, Your Excellency, I surrender.
How dare you ask for mercy after attempting an assassination? Conspiracy to me. You deserve nothing less than death.
I will not go down without a fight.
Maybe in
Nahak? She is unconscious. We need to bring her back to her village. She needs to be tended to. We should leave right away. Is she going to survive?
Yes, she will heal. They were not shooting to kill her. And we are resistant, you know. The bond empowers us. It gives us the vigor of animals, the resilience of trees. It's undoubtedly for that reason that your alliance is so interested in us. She does not mean to harm you. Please, let me...
What do you want from me, Ranaikse?
We were manipulated by the Alliance. We had no idea that they sought to capture you. We believed their fable of a miraculous remedy. We killed the man that wounded you. He will hunt you no longer. And their governor will have explaining to do.
I suppose I should thank you for having pulled me from their claws and bringing me here. And to have crushed the life out of a few of these parasites. There is indeed a remedy. But I doubt that I can do anything against this sickness that you describe. I don't know it. And I don't see how I could create a remedy that would heal it.
Perhaps you could try? We are desperate.
This remedy was prepared for a precise purpose. To heal those who escaped the claws of the Alliance. These monsters capture the Sinol Menoi and torture them, bleed them, put things in their veins. Those that do escape are in such agony that our care and comfort are not enough to mend them. That's why I made this remedy. Not for your Malikor. My people have never fallen prey to such sickness.
How can you be so sure? Perhaps it's your tremendous resistance that protects you from the sickness.
Perhaps. Enon Mil Frictimen protects us all.
Enon Mil Frictimen?
God of 1,000 faces in your tongue. The one and many who protects us and our island. They and we are tied and bound. As they are tied and bound to you. Their generosity to our people is infinite. But the crimes of the Renaigse enrage it. After all, Perhaps your Malikor is their vengeance.
This is strange. The two tracks that we followed have led us to the same name. Enon Milfrictimen.
The god of 1,000 faces. But I don't believe he is the origin of your sickness. He protects us. He watches over us.
That's right. We know that the congregation came to this island long ago. A lot longer than we first thought. The Malikor could be a consequence of that first attempt to colonize. A curse cast at that epoch, brought back by the first defeated colonists. After all, are they not the reason the first guardians of the native legends appeared? Whatever, one thing is certain. If there is something or someone on this island powerful enough to heal the Malikor, it is certainly him. We need to bring this news back to Constantine. Even if we don't have a remedy as of yet, he will be happy to know that we have made progress.
Holy moly, Alter. Nicht mal er selbst. Ja.
My fair cousin! Come closer and tell me what brings you...
Constantine, how are you feeling? Are you in great pain?
This sickness is horrible, believe me. Now I understand what your mother went through. But you have not come to hear my complaints. Speak. It will give me something else to ponder.
Allow me to present Afra, an emissary of the Bridge Alliance. She is an eminent naturalist who studies local flora, in an effort to find a remedy.
Your Excellency, it is a great honor.
You were part of Governor Buren's lost expedition, if I've understood correctly, were you not?
Yes, and our research would have borne fruit if it hadn't been so brutally interrupted.
I can only imagine. Nevertheless, you are most welcome. Your great learning will certainly prove useful. I implore you, my fair cousin. Do continue. We are eager to hear your news.
I wanted to inform you of our progress in the attempt to discover a cure. As you advised me, I followed the leads shared by our allies, none of which led anywhere. However, they pointed in the same direction, towards a sort of god that the natives worship. They call him Enon Milfrictimen, the god of many faces. He is very powerful and protects the island.
How can you be sure that it's not some sort of myth? Even a superstition?
I saw it take shape with my own eyes, during a ritual. It is possible that the Malikor is the expression of its vengeance.
You are referring to the secret we unearthed. The entire continent is paying today for the errors of our grandparents. It is a terrifying perspective.
But if it were true, he must also be able to help us heal.
Katasak, my friend. I saw you flinch hearing that name. You were familiar with this being.
All of the Donegada know him, even in their flesh. He is Tyr Fredi. It is with him we make our bond, but I would be surprised that he is at the origin of your sickness. He is generous and only rages when attacked and wounded.
I fear that is exactly what we did. Cousin, I know that I ask much of you, but I have no choice. You need to go and find this magical being. I won't survive for much longer. Beg him. Offer him all that he wants, but we must have this remedy. I need it.
I shall do all in my power, Constantine. I promise you. But is there a way to communicate with him? I was already sent to fight a guardian under that pretext, in the hopes that it would kill me.
There is a way so sacred that even we Donegada cannot use it. Enon Mil Frichtiman decides. It is not I who judges your intentions. Go and find Glendan, the sage of the village council of Dorhagenadu. If he deems you worthy, he will guide you. To be able to speak with him, you must present this seal. It will prove that you are the friend of a member of the council.
I had no idea that such a talisman was required.
You have not yet been named Mal of your clan, Siora, daughter of Bladnet. When this has come to pass, we will give you a seal that allows you to give voice to your friends when visiting the council.
It is a symbol of great trust. Why are you awarding me this?
I do not wish to lose the soul who has put their life in my hands. And also, you have proven you are our friend back there in my village.
Thank you, Katasak. I will not forget this honor you bestow upon me. And thank you, fair cousin, for everything.
Come closer, good people. You'll find all you need in our selection.
We've come to receive our tattoos. The Admiral should have informed you.
Indeed. Congratulations to you both. With whom shall I begin? Then take a seat, Captain. It shouldn't take long.
It's an honor, Vasco.
Betrat die roten Wälder. Wenn war die großen Bäume mit ihrer Einsgrenze zwischen zwei ausgerüstet. Ja. Mein Handy auf Ladenbein ungefähr um 10 Uhr schaue ich mir dann eine Serie an. Also ich spiele jetzt noch eine Stunde und dann schaue ich mir Serienfolge an. Oh, wunderschön.
lady and watch me protect me in this battle.
Oh, Eisenhüter, Alter. Oh, komm, Nico. Das war echt schwer. Aber wird ja mal Zeit, dass ich dann im späteren Speicherstand hier mal etwas härter werde hier. Schon 4 Lager.
Some Renaigse around here.
That doesn't happen often. Do you want something?
You're very isolated here. Why live so far from a village?
It's a long story. Matir, will you tell him?
When I was young, I got engaged to a young man, but he wasn't my Minundanem. I thought he was, but I was wrong. And one day, I met the one I would love for all my life. As I had broken my engagement, we were exiled.
So, our parents came to settle here. They built this house, and we were born.
There. Now you know the whole story. Do you want to know anything else?
I'll leave you alone. Qua awalem seg.
Qua allem your seg. Das ist ja krass. Weil sie sollte eigentlich heiraten, aber sie hat sich geweigert, weil sie einen anderen Mann geliebt hat, den Mann ihres Lebens. Liebe ihres Lebens, aber eigentlich sollte sie diesen Mann heiraten. Aber sie wollte nicht. Und dann wurde sie verbannt. Und dann hat sie ihre Liebe des Lebens geheiratet und tja, sind die Kinder außerhalb der Gesellschaft geboren, ne, würde ich mal sagen. Das ist blöd. Ne, da drüben geht schon so weiter. Man muss wieder da runterspringen irgendwie. Voll unnötigen Weg gegangen bin. Das ist jetzt hier. The fuck? Okay. Da drüben geht's weiter, ne? Gibt's auch einen Weg, okay. Das soll ich nicht sehen können. Holy moly. Ach, das ist das mit dem Holzfäller. Ach so, stimmt ja, ich da gerade.
Do not force us to use our weapons. We do not want to shed blood. We want to...
What's happening here, soldier?
These islanders want to enter a plot of land that belongs to the congregation.
They are denying us access to the glade.
We must heal it. Otherwise, this land will die.
I am sorry, but we cannot let you enter this area.
But we only want to plant some new trees. Bring life back. These people are fanatics, Your Excellency. Several woodcutters died last night, and I'm willing to bet that these savages had a hand in it. You are killing the earth, so it kills you in return. All of you are cursed.
Shut it, you savage!
I am de Sardet. I am the legate of the merchant congregation on this island. I came to shed some light on this affair. You said that some woodcutters died.
Aye, they fell sick and died a few hours later. But the camp doctor will be able to tell you more about it. You'll find him in the barracks right here.
Thank you, soldier. I'll go see her.
Please, Your Excellency, you may come in.
Hello, Doctor. I'm the legate of the congregation. I was told about the disputes caused by this camp, and a soldier told me that several woodcutters died recently.
Yes. They got sick yesterday afternoon, and a few hours later they were dead. I couldn't do anything except watch them writhing in pain. None of my remedies worked. If seeing corpses doesn't bother you, you can come and see the bodies. They're here. I hope that whatever killed them is not contagious.
These poor woodcutters look like they've suffered. This one has a swollen tongue. Blood at the corners of the mouth. There are some peculiar red patches on the bodies. His eye... This man choked to death. A strong smell of ammonia. The entrails must have been perforated.
We do not want to shed blood. We want to get life back.
So, what do you think? Do you recognize their disease?
They didn't die of disease. They were poisoned. There's no doubt about it.
You're probably right. But I've heard these savages talking so much about curses, so I thought it must be a mysterious disease, rather than seeing what was before my eyes. But how could these three men be poisoned?
I'm not sure. Do their symptoms not point to anything?
No. I've never seen such a deadly poison with these symptoms.
Have you noticed anyone unusual here?
Unusual? No.
Did they drink anything in particular?
They like to drink their fills in the evening. Life is dreary here. But if the poison was in the alcohol, I'd also be on the pile of corpses.
What did they eat yesterday? Did they eat any mushrooms?
No, we avoid that kind of thing. We don't know enough about the region's plant life. The congregation provides us with dry produce, otherwise we eat game. Yesterday they butchered a beast brought by the hunters.
Hunters?
Natives who bring us game regularly in exchange for knickknacks. But they've been restocking us for months. I struggle to believe that they're involved.
Well, let's see what they have to say. Where can I find them?
They usually hunt on the edge of the wood that leads to this camp.
Das ist ja eine größere Mission, als ich gedacht habe. Meine Fresse, Alter.
We do not want to shed blood. We want to give life back to the air.
Do you not understand that these woods are sacred?
Ich glaube immer noch, dass der Wald sie getötet hat. Also das, was ich jetzt alles im Spiel gesehen habe, das deutet echt darauf hin, dass es der Wald ist, war mit seinen Wurzeln.
Oi! This is our prey, Renaix. How can we earn our reward if you hunt our prey?
We only defended ourselves. These beasts attacked us. But take them. We do not intend to eat them.
Thank you. But what are you doing here, Renaix, if you're not here to hunt?
We were looking for you.
Us? What do you want from us?
3 woodcutters were poisoned yesterday after eating what you brought them.
Poison? I swear we are not responsible for this.
Listen, all the clues lead to you, but it may simply have been an accident. How about you tell me exactly what happened?
It wasn't really an accident, but we did not want to kill them either.
Then tell me how it happened.
We did not decide to do this. We were trading beautiful things with the camp. But the elder said that we would be traitors to our clan if we let the woodcutters cut down all the trees.
Which elder?
One of the old men from Vigigidor, our village. He is very angry because we cannot heal the glade. He gave us the meat of an andrig killed by a venomous dosentats. Its flesh is perfectly edible when prepared with certain berries, but without them, eating it would be lethal. And since the Renaigse invaded our forest, these berries are nowhere to be found. He wanted it to be a lesson for them, so that they may understand that their destruction brings death.
I will not hold you responsible, but from now on you will no longer bring meat to this camp. You were the instruments of a hateful old man's vengeance. And I'm under the impression that there will be even more deaths if I do not get to the root of this problem.
The Vigigidor elder thought it best to take vengeance into his own hands. I understand his anger, but Dunkus would not approve of this. He would say that bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and he wouldn't be wrong.
This whole thing could turn into an open war. We cannot let that happen. Sir de Cosillon will be able to give some advice on how to solve this property conflict without violence.
Wir müssen ihn um Rat fragen. Was haben wir denn für Rat fragen? Neues Arena. Wieder ins große Haus, oder? steht oben. Ich dachte, der wäre im Archiv immer noch. Blöd. Hallo-Karte. Sieht so aus, als wäre der in der Küche. Schon wieder dieser Schlüssel hier. Hä, wo ist denn der? Ist das doof? Sag mal, jetzt spinne ich aber das ganz schön hier die Bude voll. Wo zur Hölle ist Konstantin? Irgendwie, ich mag das Haus nicht. Pennt gerade Konstantin oder was? Hier, oben. Obergeschoss. Durch ins Obergeschoss, außer ich weiß, dass es hier ins Obergeschoss geht. Was ist denn das eigentlich für eine Tür?
Locked.
Oh, verschlossen. Was? Es gibt eine verschlossene Tür? Konstantins Büro. Echt? Büro? Das wusste ich gar nicht. Wo ist das? Ist das? Ich habe die Teetassen gerade für ein Schachbrett gehalten. Der Konstantin, okay. Vielleicht finden wir ihn. Ich dachte, es wären nur die Gemächer von unserem guten Cousin. Aber ich war bis jetzt nur einmal oben. Das ist belastend. Ist auch noch so komisch dunkel hier. Echt, der hat hier ein Büro? Ich dachte, das wäre unten in der Bibliothek.
Sir de Corsilion.
Desade, my young student, what can I do for you?
Oh, Moment mal.
Did you know that the congregation have already tried to colonize this island in the past?
Oh, yes. I learned about it in some old archives, but the prince made me swear to keep it a secret.
And I suppose that you also knew that it's where I was born.
No, that part I guessed once I arrived here. But I knew that you were not the child of Madame de Sade. I knew her husband, you see, and despite what you may have been told, you do not look like him. The portraits you saw had been modified to make it seem like you did. I'm sorry. I imagine that uncovering such a lie must have hurt you terribly. But you can be certain of one thing. Your mother loved you dearly.
But why? Why hide the truth from me for all this time?
I don't know. The prince has his own reasons, and he's the one you should be asking. As for your mother, I believe she eventually started believing her own lie.
The mission you entrusted me with has made great progress.
Very well. Let's see. Good. You have traveled great distances, and the Terra Incognita will soon be but a distant memory. Keep doing what you're doing, de Sade. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Ich verstanden, was er gerade geplappert hat.
I found no
So,
traces
doch,
of Professor Serafedin yet.
That's most regrettable. But keep looking for him, will you? You never know. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I've come to find you because I received a complaint from the natives of the village of Vigigador. They want to be able to access a clearing exploited by our woodcutters in order to heal it. To reforest it, I assume. But our men there say that it belongs to them and are refusing to let the natives enter it. The site was supposedly ceded to them several months ago. But tensions are running high and some men have lost their lives. If we don't intervene, we're heading for a real confrontation.
It is very regrettable, and I approve of your desire to appease this conflict. According to what you have told me, if ever there was a contract, it must have been signed under our former governor. You should go to the archives and verify this. Then go and talk to Lady Laurine de Morange. And of course, I'll be delighted to help you once things have been clarified.
Thank you, Professor. Once more, you've been of great help.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to seeing you.
War Lady de Morange nicht die Führerin von Telme und die Erwacherin des Lichts? So, dann gehen wir mal zum Archiv. Das weiß ich noch, wo es ist. Das ist das Archiv. Willst du mich am Arsch lecken? Ich bin hier gerade im Archiv. Das ist auch sowas von das Archiv. Ja, nicht, das ist im Keller. Gibt es eindeutig noch einen Verlies oder ein Archiv? Komplett heller Spiel. Ja, lol. Was ist das dann da oben? Nach Verhandlungen zwischen Häuptling Dunkers und Gouverneurin de Morange über Ländereien in der Region von Quenva wurde hiermit beschlossen, dass die verhandelten Ländereien von nun alle einiges und ausschließlich Eigentum der Heller Congregation sind. Einige der Zugang dieses Gebietes ist nur noch für Mitglieder der Congregation erlaubt. Das heißt also, wir dürfen uns da drin bewegen. So, gut. Ja, ich glaube, die Eingeborenen wussten damals nicht, was solche Verträge ausrichten können. Bei uns ist sowas hier verständlich, aber für Eingeborene so ein Vertrag, ich glaube, das ist denen scheißegal.
Good day, my lady. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
Die alte Gouverneurin. So, nach dem Vertrag.
I need you to enlighten me about the property deed of a glade near Vigigidor. The natives want to access this place, which according to them is sacred, and which they would like to heal. But some of our men there are using this deed to deny them access to the area. Tensions are running high, and some people have died.
Yes, there was a time when we enacted a lot of contracts. Do you have the document with you?
Yes, here it is.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the native side. Well, writing is foreign to them, as is the notion of land ownership. For them, the earth only belongs to itself.
If they did not possess these lands, how did they cede them?
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented, to be honest.
In that case, why make them sign it?
When we arrived on the island, we had to ensure our access to certain commodities. We also had to make sure that we had legal ownership of the lands we were occupying. The natives dreamed of possessing some baubles that they didn't know how to craft. It was easy to make them sign agreements that they didn't understand by giving them some. I was a stranger to their philosophy then. I only thought about my city, and I regret it.
I'm sure we can fix this mistake.
I hope so, Your Excellency. Come, let's find Sir de Corsilion. Can I help you with any other matter?
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Sir de Corsilion, it's always a pleasure.
Madame, I expect you've come to see me about this regrettable problem concerning a clearing, which my student told me about.
Indeed. And I think I may have a solution that will allow us to solve this conflict peacefully.
I'm listening.
I must admit that I established this at a time when the culture and the mentality of the natives was foreign to me. The clan of this village was rather open to our presence. They welcomed us with benevolence. For this reason, I think we should allow them access to these lands. In doing so, we would appease the tensions, and we would also retain ownership of the wood. We would even benefit from such an agreement if the natives reforest this area. Then we could exploit it for a longer period of time.
I find this decision perfectly viable, and I approve. But several men were killed, and their comrades will seek vengeance if the person or persons responsible do not pay for their crimes.
I am convinced that Dunkus, the chief of this clan, never approved such an action.
I understand. But I will only write a decree allowing people to go to this clearing, provided the murderer is delivered to us.
Thank you, Master. I will inform Dunkus of your decision.
Interessant. So eine Mission ist größer, als man denkt. Eine Nebenmission kann hier drin alleine schon eine Stunde dauern. Man muss ja immer noch die Laufzeit hier mit berechnen, die immer so wieder ein paar Minuten dauern. Betrat die Rattenwälder. Dunkas. Uldak Bak. Renaxe. Es regnet.
What brings you here on Almanawi?
At this old man's request, I investigated the conflict that opposes you and my nation regarding the clearing. You will now be able to access it freely to accomplish your rituals or heal the area, and the congregation will keep exploiting the forest. However, there is one condition to this new agreement. You must deliver this man to us, because he is responsible for the deaths of several woodcutters.
These men died because of their own foolishness. No one else is responsible for their deaths. If they hadn't cut all the ochreberry trees, they would have survived.
What does that mean? What are the two of you talking about?
3 woodcutters died eating the meat of an andrig after it was killed by a venomous dosentats.
It's nothing but a terrible coincidence. And if they had eaten the ochreberries...
We know that you're responsible for all this. The hunters told me everything.
How could you do this? You acted more foolishly than an irascible adolescent. By killing these men, you have brought upon us their wrath. And it is only natural that they should ask for justice.
Dunkus, I beg you. I only wanted the Renoixe to understand the value of the trees they were cutting.
Bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and you know that. I would never have thought you capable of doing something so foolish.
If you want to stop the woodcutters taking vengeance into their own hands, you must deliver this man to us.
I understand. But I have one condition before we make this agreement. The Lugaid Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
There is a mine in the forest that the congregation has long operated with help from my people. But digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We reinforced the earth with wood. We worked with the Lugaid Blau to save the mountain and the men. We agreed to stop digging and sealed the entrance with a boulder. But some Renaigse came back, and I think they started digging again. And some of my people started going missing. Perhaps because they had seen them break their promise. If the mountain collapses and it is your clan's fault, thousands of lives will be lost.
And you want me to intervene?
You have to stop them. Remind them of their promise. This is the price of my trust. If we punish the person responsible for the death of the woodcutters, and all our quarrels will be gone.
I'll go to this mine and see what's going on.
Is there anything else?
I must leave. Goodbye, Dunk.
Was es nicht alles gibt. Aufgabe zu Aufgabe zu Aufgabe. Kinder von Tier für die. Ja gut, dann werden wir zu dieser Mine aufbrechen und ja, alles helfen. Ist Mine hier? Sie buddeln einfach weiter, die Säcke hier. Die buddeln einfach weiter. So was macht man doch echt nicht. Tja, dann werden wir uns mal die Mine jetzt anschauen und schauen, was die Holzfäller oder die Menschen dort zu suchen haben und warum sie da weitergraben. Obwohl sie wissen, dass dann Tausende von den Eingeborenen sterben. So was macht man nicht. Ja gut, da ist die Mine. Gibt es jetzt noch Tausende an. Ich muss einfach nochmal schauen. Ich muss hier durch und da irgendwann. Okay. Mal sehen, du hast etwas entdeckt. Das gehört zu meinem Jagdprozess, das Viech jetzt zu jagen. Wunderschön, ich schaue, dass es an dem Wasser fallen. Ich liebe Wasserfälle. Egal welche Größe. Das ist immer schön. Ja, für halt Wasserfall. Große Menge an Wasser, die von oben nach unten fällt. Nenne ich es einfach mal so. So, hier ist ein Lager. Cooler wäre es gewesen, wenn die Lager von Monstern besiedelt wären und man müsste hier die Lager hier so befreien und dann erobern sozusagen. Okay. Ah, hier haben sich die Menschen eingenistet. Tatsache, Alter. Ei.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
Ja,
Actually, no one should be able to enter. This mine is doomed. It's terribly dangerous.
I wouldn't know. Our employer, Mr. Maillard, is the owner. He's got all the deeds required.
Maillard.
Listen, you should go to the authorities. They can confirm all the paperwork.
I definitely will.
Oh, ernsthaft jetzt? Gibt es nicht irgendwie einen geheimen Weg hier rein? Nee, oder?
Sorry, this is private property.
Leck mich nicht mal echt am Arsch hier. Was soll denn das?
If this mine is as dangerous as Donkas said it was, those who are exploiting it are reckless. Do these people not have any regard for the lives of their miners?
These Renagse must not have taken us serious.
Sorry.
Ja. Ich hab schon gerade vorgehabt, irgendwie einen Weg irgendwie an der Seite zu suchen und tja.
We should take the path that overlooks the outer wall. We should be able to see inside from there.
Man kann nicht so vorsichtig genug sein. Schon einiges
Those
hier.
crazy fools have reopened this mine.
The Monesinaiga. They use captives from the villages to dig their mine.
They've made them into slaves. We must talk to Sir de Cossillon. I hope our nation is not involved in this business.
Nein, oder? Das ist richtig dreckig, Alter. Alter. So, wann wollte ich machen? Ja, eine Viertelstunde ungefähr. Ups, nein. Weiß doch. Unsere Konstantin hier spalten. Schwarzes Blut. Jetzt wieder oben in seinem Büro.
Sir de Cossillon.
The Sade, my young.
I've come to ask you about a mine near Vigigador. It was closed for a long time for security reasons, but someone has started exploiting it again.
I seem to recall that a concession in this area was sold to a Master Maillard. However, I do not recall the details of the contract. It was established by the previous government. He is a rich merchant from Serene who arrived on the island only a short while before we did. People say that he is unscrupulous.
Unscrupulous? That's an understatement. This man had some natives captured and he's using them as slaves to work in this mine.
What? Does this old brigand really think that he is above the law? We cannot tolerate such methods, but we must determine the best way to attack him. You should start by finding the deed to his property in the archives. Don't worry, we'll not let this man's behavior go unpunished.
Das ist echt viel.
Himself useful?
Muss man echt viel rumlatschen und besitzen.
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Cossillon.
verpflegten Schulchen zusammenräumen. Was ist denn Schulchen? Was ist denn Schulchen? Das Wort habe ich noch nie zuvor gehört. Was ist denn ein Schulchen zu Hölle? Ist blöd. Schulchen wie ein anderer Ausdruck für Zwerge. Warum muss ich jetzt, in welche Bibliothek muss ich jetzt? Die Untergott, ja. Das ist eigentlich diese Tür. Nicht. Kerker.
It seems as though you can't decipher the glyphs of your own people's document.
I get lost in all the legal jargon, but they have Lady Morange's seal on them. We should find her to understand exactly what they say.
Das Spiel hat echt viel Politik in sich, Alter.
Good day, my lady. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
I need your advice once more. This time it's about the property deeds of a plot of land and of a mine acquired by a certain Maillard. Here are the deeds. I must admit that I understand very little of what's written, but your seal is on it.
Do not worry. This type of document is always difficult to decipher for the uninitiated. However, they are very clear. Master Maillard is the owner of a plot of land located near Vigigador. He can exploit the forest and plant anything he wants there, but it says here that he does not have the right to exploit the mine. It's even repeated in this other paragraph. Any attempt at mining on this land is forbidden.
And yet, the mine located on this plot of land has been reopened and is being exploited as we speak.
According to these documents, the mine has been closed for security reasons. This man's behavior is reckless. You should go see him. He's presently in New Serene. He usually spends time at the port when he comes. He has some warehouses there.
Gut, vielleicht können wir ihn sogar verhaften. Oh, save Platz.
Come closer, good people. Secure and work. Are your boots more true?
Master Maillard.
Who's asking?
De Sardet. I am the legate of the congregation.
Well, I'm flattered. What brings you here, Your Excellency?
I'm here to talk to you about the mine you have near Vigigador. Are you aware that you have no right to operate it? Nor are you allowed to employ slaves there.
But what are you talking about? Surely this is a misunderstanding. Listen, I'm sure there is a way for us to get along. I'm an honest merchant. I've always paid all taxes, and the small bonuses needed. Please tell your cousin that I would be happy to send him the gift of his choice.
Ja,
now, Your Excellency, if you will allow me, I have to get back to my activities.
Yes.
I'm afraid you don't understand, Master. It's not a money problem. That mine is dangerous. and you endanger the congregation on this island by behaving this way with the natives.
Come on, don't be so serious, young woman. I'm sure it's nothing that a small bonus can't fix. Goodbye, madam. Best wishes to your cousin.
Was muss ich wieder zurück? Das ist anstrengend, der ist immer ganz oben in dem Haus, Alter, und dann muss man immer so ewig Winkel.
Come closer, good people.
Man merkt, die Quest dauert schon fast eine Stunde. Das ist ja sehr lange Quest.
Sir de Corsilion.
De Sade, my young student, what can I do for you?
I verified the contract with Lady Mirange. The exploitation of the mine is illegal, as we expected, without even taking into account what he's doing to the natives. I then went to meet Master Maillard.
So, what did he have to say in his defense?
He turned a deaf ear and tried to bribe me.
Oh, some of these merchants are so rich that they forget basic decency. But it's high time we reminded him of who is in charge of the congregation on this island. Here, this is an eviction notice which dispossesses him of all his land for breaching his contract. For his crimes against the natives, he's banished from this island. I will make him aware of this decision, but you should go to the mine immediately. The prisoners must be freed as soon as possible, and the mine closed once more.
I'll take care of it.
Can your old professor still prove himself
Ja,
useful?
was sagt mir, dass die Männer die Mine nicht verlassen wollen und sie nicht kampflos aufgeben werden hier? Ich glaube nicht, dass der Typ hier seine beste Geldquelle hier einfach liegen lässt. Er ist reich und will immer reicher werden und sein Ziel ist, reicher zu werden. Ich glaube nicht, dass er hier seine mächtigste Geldquelle auf der Insel hier einfach hinlegt, ne? Und einfach noch verbannt wird. Ich glaube nicht, dass das geschehen wird. Zum Glück können wir direkt vors Lager reisen. Ups. Ich wollte gerade noch auf die Uhr schauen und dann habe ich jetzt den Videoclip gestartet. Ja. Quenver, die großen Bäume. So, aber eindeutig wird das doch jetzt sein, dass die Leute hier nicht einfach verschwinden und von der Insel verbannt werden. Also, der wird bestimmt hier bei der Mine sein, der Master Maillard.
Sorry, this is private property.
Ja.
I cannot allow...
I don't need your authorization. I have here an eviction notice signed by the governor's ministers. The former owner, Mr. Maillard, has lost his rights due to a breach of contract.
Look, ultimately, we are not the ones who decide. We only obey the boss's orders.
In that case, where can I find him to notify him of his loss?
You'll find him around here somewhere, Your Excellency.
Excellent.
Das ist doch eine Falle. Ey, wir sind nur 3 und sind hier Tausende hier. Ey, komm schon, das sieht mich...
Are you looking for trouble? You'd bet...
Master Maillard, I'm so glad to find you here. Here is a document from Sir de Corsilion on behalf of my cousin. Considering the fact that you have not respected the terms of your contract of ownership, you are hereby expelled. The methods you used against the islanders has also ensured your banishment from Tirfredi.
Impossible! By what right? Guards, this woman threatens me.
Ja. Gefällt mir viel mehr, als seitdem ich noch schwer spiele.
These people were monsters. I wouldn't cry over them. Come now, let's go free my brothers, and we can tell Dunkas everything.
Oh. Ja, das ist echte Scheiße, Alter. Ich will nicht blöd wirken, aber die Frau war dann schon alt, die Wachen, die einen der Wachen. Ich glaube, da drin ist der Meister. Nee, doch. Hält du da die Musik an?
Go without fear. You were free. And know that we are sorry for what happened to you.
You must believe that not all Lugaid blow or alike.
She is an Almanawi. That's why she understands us. Thank you. We will not forget you.
Ich frage mich, wo der Meister Göttin ist. Ob er die Insel schon verlassen hat oder ob er hier irgendwas Rachemäßiges sucht. Ah, ja, stimmt, ich habe ja morgen Urlaub. Das habe ich ganz vergessen. Darauf muss ich ein bisschen aufpassen. Jetzt kannst du den Typen ausliefern und dann ist alles wieder gut. Dunkas.
What brings you here on Almanawi?
I was able to close the mine. The man who operated it was arrested and will be banished.
Yes, those you freed told me. From now on, you are my Karants, my friend. You knew how to renew my trust in your clan. Just as trees grow back after being cut.
Thank you, Dunkas. I am honored. Will you give us the old man now?
If you allow it, I would like to punish him myself. Enough blood has been spilled, and he will only call for more of it, since he loved the forest to the point of killing for it. He will be sentenced to heal it. Every day he will replant what your men will cut down. Every day until the end of his life. Does this punishment seem acceptable to you?
If I explain to Sir de Cossillon that the man was sentenced to forced labor, I suppose he will approve. Thank you, Dunkas. It is a wise sentence.
Is there anything else?
I must leave. Goodbye, Dunkas.
Qua awalum seg.
Ich frage mich, ob diese Sprache, die die Eingeborenen hier haben, also diese eingeborenen Sprache, frei erfunden ist von den Machern oder ob das aus irgendwas anderem kommt, aus unserer Realitätswelt, sagen wir es mal so. Also, ich muss gar nicht mehr Bericht erstatten, unseren Guten. Was haben wir denn das alles bekommen, so ein Schmarrn? Oh, guck mal, was wir haben. Ring des göttlichen Zorns. Das kann unser guter Petros doch gebrauchen hier. Richtig mächtige Waffe hier. Betäubung, Zornerzeugung. Okay, Zorn bringt denen ja nichts, ne? Doch, Moment. Siora bringt Zorn schon was. Die hat ja Spezialfähigkeiten. Jetzt, was ich alles finde, wenn ich mal in der Tasche schaue. Achso, ja. Ich prüfe jetzt, was das ist. Ich würde gerne das letzte Fragezeichen untersuchen, was wir hier haben. Hä? Nee, da wollte ich gar nicht hin. Wer hält das Lager jetzt nochmal? Biki Hida. Das mal. Ja, da. Ist blöd. Was ist da? Achso. Ja genau, ich würde gerne das Fragezeichen erkunden. Was auch immer noch dort liegt. Mal schauen, ob ich richtig gehe. Oh, nicht, na, komm schon. Karte. Hier muss ich doch Füchse töten, ja? In dem Areal hier.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Ich will wieder Beast-Essenz mitnehmen. Aber neue Beast-Essenzen zu sammeln, schadet nicht. Wieder wildes Getier.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Au, tu doch was! Hallo? Ist jetzt los? Achso. Ich dachte, das steht jetzt. Ah, okay, Fähigkeiten schreien. Sehr gut. So. Reisen wir jetzt dahin. Tegels mitnehmen. Nebenquest hat tatsächlich fast nach 1,5 Stunden gedauert. geht denn die... Wo geht denn das Abenteuer hin? Ach ja, hier sind wir wieder. Ach, dass hier noch ein Dorf ist, das wunderlich. Das muss nicht das letzte Lager sein. Aber dass jetzt tatsächlich noch ein Dorf ist. Nee, ausgelaufen. Ja. Wo wir den Nadaik getroffen haben. Den großen Ring. Das war cool hier, richtig cool. Liegt echt dieser Stein. Ja, der Stein steht jetzt anders hier da. Okay. Jetzt sind wir noch nie lang gegangen. Die Tore des Schwarzen Herzens. Hier sieht das schon sehr merkwürdig aus. Das ist unser Schwamm. Sieht schon irgendwie total, ich weiß auch nicht. Oh Gott, wie geil ist der Wasserfall denn bitteschön? Gerade Schaf oder so. Schafe. Die Ziegen. Jagdhund, ja, doch wir jetzt sonst Tiere jagen. Das ist auch nur der einzige Grund, warum ich das gemacht habe. Weil ich sehe keinen Zweck darin, die Ziegen zu töten sonst. Jetzt ein Schiff? Nee. Wie cool sieht denn das aus bitte hier? Ey, das sieht mega krass cool aus. Wie ist ein Baum noch da drüben? Ey, das sieht echt geil aus. Ich werde jetzt erstmal hier schlafen legen. Bis zum Morgendämmerung, genau. Weil ich gerne wieder morgens aufbrechen werde. Ah ja, hier ist etwas wie ein Dorf. Ähnliches. Hier treffen sich jetzt die Ratsmitglieder. Sprichst mich dran, ne? Dorf hatten wir den. Hab ich einfach einmarschiert?
Do it! Hello. My name is Desade. I am the legate of the merchant congregation. May I enter?
Good day, Legate Desade. No. This building is closed to Renaigse.
I am Siora, daughter of Bladne, daughter of Meb. My mother, the Mal of the Red Spears, was a member of the council.
All here remember, and the Vorst Tirse. She was a courageous Mal, but you are not yet Mal in her stead, and you do not carry her seal. I am sorry, Siora. I cannot allow you to enter.
I beg your pardon. I did not know.
Here is the seal of Donegad Katasak, of the village of Wenchavier.
And so you are a trusted friend of the great healer. He must see your true face and find it worthy. Enter. You are welcome.
I give you warm greetings, Glendan. I am Desade, legate of the Congregation of Merchants.
Your merchant congregation sways me very slightly from my path. But you are a current of Katasak. His trust in you makes me stop and look at you. What brings you here?
I seek a remedy. My cousin and many other people on our island suffer from a terrible sickness. We think that Enon Mil Frichtemann can help us find a cure.
Really? And Katasak sent you to see me?
He told me that the only way to meet with your god was to come and see you. You would judge our worthiness.
Judge your intentions? Yes, that I can do. But even if I should do this, you would have many trials to pass. For the path you seek to follow has only been tread but a very few times, and you are the first Renaigse to set foot upon it. We must begin where everything begins. There is a trial. The trial of water. It will show us the reflection of your soul.
What must I do?
You must go to a cavern and tell me what you see on the seal you will find deep in its center.
And I suppose this cavern is guarded?
That is true. But the simplest solution is not always the best. It is a path with many forks. I hope you will prove that you understand the spirit of our people and our island. Go now. Show us your true face, and return purified by the waters of the cavern.
Prüfung des Wassers.
What can you tell me about your god?
That the word God is too small to hold him. He is Tir Fradi in all and everything. The wisdom of his people, the gentleness of his rivers, the strength of his volcano. You are looking for wisdom to heal the Renaigse, but you still see it with the eyes of a sort of Donegat. He is much more than that. He is the essence of all life, of all magic, the spring.
Ja, für uns ist das ein Gott, ja.
What can you tell me about the sanctuary?
It is the most sacred place of the island. The hidden face, and still seen by all of you. Enol Mil Frechtimen. I protected these doors like my father before me and his father before him. And still none of us have ever entered.
Am I to gather that there has never been a High King in your family?
We are heads of the Council of Kings. And so it is prohibited for us to present ourselves. We must remain impartial.
I see. And so you cannot speak to me about what you find inside?
The heart of the island beats near here, the volcano. And I know that it is a place full of life.
Can you tell me anything more about the role of the council?
We gather here at every long night and every short night. During these nights, the clans are in disagreement and come here looking for wisdom of the council, and of course also the High King. Those who have complaints against their Mal may also be heard here and find justice. And when important events take place, if the balance is threatened, then we also meet here, so that the wisdom of all might be shared, and that we might act as a same.
Ich werde es wahrscheinlich hier nach dem Gespräch werde ich jetzt.
I must leave. Goodbye.
Qua awelem seg.
Qua awelem seg to de Renaigse. Lass mal die Sprache raus hier.
You have spoken to Glendon as you wanted. What more can I do for you?
I was asked to pass the trial of water. What do you know about it?
I have never passed it. Only those who must reveal their soul walk this path. The High Kings and Queens. It is a tremendous honor given to you, Renaigse.
Do you have any advice to give me?
I only know that the trial can be passed in many ways, and your choice will reveal the makings of your soul. One way is through strength, the other by ruse and heart. But I know no more than this. The trials are kept secret. Anything else?
Nothing else, thank you. I need to leave.
Good luck.
Des Verstandes wählen.
And do not lose yourself in your own reflection.
Ja, natürlich. Ich erkenne mich doch selber. Wo ist das? Hier gleich. Naja, ich werde jetzt erstmal gehen und 2 Stunden wiederkommen. Wünsche euch was und bis zum nächsten Mal. So. Was für eine Spielzeit habe ich denn? Spielzeit von 1 Tag und fast 3 Stunden. Nee, das sind Sekunden, also 1 Tag und 2 Stunden. Und 52 Sekunden. What? Das Spiel schon seit 2 Monaten raus, am 15.09.2019 habe ich den Speicherstand, jetzt gerade am 10.11. spiele ich wieder. Hä? Ich habe mir ganz schön Zeit gelassen. Ja, dann bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.